Good. That's what I want. Natural selves. Can you guys see that it's recording?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Well, we're on.
Oh, yes, it is. It's recording.
Oh, yeah.
It's recorded. Yeah, we're on. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So this is, for all of those of you watching, this is PJ Ferguson and the wonderful ladies from the Happiness Coalition. We'll give you a nice introduction later. And I just want to, I think it's awesome timing because today is National I Want You to Be Happy Day. So I thought it would be fun to do some giveaways and a little bit of a contest. I wasn't sure what we should talk about for I Want You to Be Happy. Nobody else seems to be talking about it. So I think it's fun that we get to hang out. We get to talk about happiness. And so I thought it might be interesting to talk about why I want you to be happy. And I was just kind of thinking of a few different thoughts. And the first one that came to my mind is that life is hard enough. You know, we go through life and, you know, bad stuff happens all the time. And we make life a little harder on our own sometimes. And so I want you to be happy because life doesn't have to be tough. It doesn't have to be more difficult. You know, we don't have to make it any more difficult. And so I think there are some basic truths that we can learn and tools that we can use in our lives in order to be happier. And that's the first reason I want you to be happy, is because life is tough enough on its own. We don't have to make it any tougher. Second reason is because I want the world to be a better place. This might sound selfish, but I want the world to be a better place. And in my experience, the way to do that is to make your world a better place first. So they say that happiness is an inside job, right? Well, it's an inside job with huge impact on the world around you. So I found that as I started doing more things that create happiness in my life, different philosophies, different behaviors, ways of thinking, dealing with my emotions in healthy ways, I became happier, and that impacted the world around me. I started drawing certain people into my lives. I started getting rid of certain types of people in my life. Yeah. And my world has gotten infinitely better than it was before. And it's because I started doing that work first. And so now I want you to be happy so that you can do that work. And when you start doing that work, you're going to make the world around you a better place. So that's the second thought that came to my mind, is why I want you to be happy, because that's how the world is going to be a better place, is if you're happier. Third thought was, you know how they say misery loves company? Well, misery is not the only one that loves company. Happiness loves company too. So the happier I've been, the more I've wanted to share that happiness with other people. And it's been interesting because it's like, you can't make people be happy, but you can set the example. You can create a safe place for them to express themselves and fly their freak flag, like we were just talking about. And so that's the third reason, is like, I found a lot of happiness in my life. I started from a very dark place, lots of fear and darkness in my life. I went through lots of years of depression, but through lots of effort, I crawled out of that darkness and found a lot of light and peace and harmony and happiness. And now I want to surround myself with people who want to be happy. And I want to share the lessons I've learned so that you can be happy too. So the last thought that I want to share, maybe this is the most important one, is that happiness is who you are. Down to the very core center of your being is happiness and peace and harmony and love and compassion and kindness. And the thing about life is that we forget that that's who we really are. My philosophy is that unhappiness is an illusion that we get caught up in. And as we learn these lessons about happiness, and as we talk about happiness, and as we support each other in happiness, we learn how to, we unlearn unhappiness and relearn who we really are, which is light and joy. So I want you to remember who you really are. I want you to harness that light and that joy that's within you, and to express it freely, completely freely. And that's the whole point of joy, is to find out who you are and to be that completely free. So those are my thoughts. And now I'm going to share why I love quotes really quick. My first thought is always because somebody smarter and wiser than me said it better than me. And I love quotes because they make you stop and think. When somebody says something in a way that makes you look at things differently, that's how we start opening our mind and looking at things in a different way. And that's how we open ourselves to new ways of thinking and feeling and being and speaking. And that's kind of what jogs us into that place of like, oh yeah, I'm a step closer to happiness. So I love quotes. I'm a quote hound, and I'm always going to be sharing quotes. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce the wonderful ladies of the Happiness Coalition. I'll let you introduce yourselves. I'm going to turn the spotlight over to you, and you can share who you are, a little bit about yourself, what you're trying to do, why you want people to be happy, and then announce the big announcement. So on to you.
Well, why don't we introduce each other? This is the illuminous Robin Podboy.
Hi, Robin.
Life coach extraordinaire and sister in the Happiness Coalition.
Hi.
Wonderful. Hi, Robin. Welcome.
Thank you. Do I have to talk about myself now?
Yeah. Why? I'm glad that you're here. So why are you here? Why are you doing the happiness stuff?
I think it's just because happiness to me, like you said in the very beginning, does not have to be hard. And even sometimes when we're in a neutral state, we're happy. And, it doesn't always have to be, yay, I'm so happy. In that neutral state, you are happy. Your life is happy. It's just how you look at your life. So I'm all about perception and perceptiveness and how you look at your life. And you can look at your life in a happy place or an unhappy place. And sometimes when you were talking about the darkness, it's all how you look at it. So if you want to wake up today and be in the dark, you're still happy even in the dark because of how you're looking at life. So I always look at life a little bit on the bright side, even though there are days where I do feel I'm in the dark, but I always find it to be hilarious and I'll get out of it through humor. So that's where I am. I'm all
great.
about laughing and having fun.
She's one of the funniest people that we know.
Yeah. I think I am.
Well, y'all were here before we started. I just love that all three of you are right there all together.
So this is Terry. This is Terry Krogan, our beautiful sister, and the one who does all the behind the scenes and keeps us on the straight and narrow. What's so great about the Happiness Coalition is that we work together as a team, keeping each other sort of in the zone of who we really are. And Terry is that person to us. So if there ever is a time where we might feel off the road or the path, this is the sister that gets us back on track. I'm a different sister.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. For me, I find that I went through my life always thinking the worst in every situation. I felt that if I focused on a positive result and a negative result happened, it would just, spin me out of control and I wouldn't be able to handle that. So in focusing on the negative, and when a positive would happen, I would say, oh, well, it just makes me feel that much better. But finally, and I don't even know when this occurred in my life, but I realized how terrible I felt all the time because I was always expecting the negative. And when I reversed that thought process and focused on the positive, it is such a sense of peace. I just can't even... when you have that happiness, it's just a peaceful feeling. And my life is just like 10,000% better.
That's wonderful. It's kind of like a knowing, isn't it?
It is.
It's just this inner knowing and like a comfort with yourself, your place in the world, knowing that you can handle even those tough times. It's funny because like you said, when good things would happen, for me, when good things would happen, I'd be like, something bad's going to happen to follow it up anyway. I wouldn't even get to enjoy the good stuff that happened because I was like, eh.
Yeah. And that's a terrible way to go through every day, just feeling that negativity. So
why do that? Why do that? There's lots of people who get stuck in that. They get really, really stuck in it. And it's hard to get out of it. So,
Robin calls those people the butters. But what about this? And she's like, you got to stop that train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So more like and.
Yes. Yeah. In the meantime. Meanwhile. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to that. But I'm going to introduce to you our wonderful, I just can't even tell you what this girl has meant in our lives. Mm-hmm. But she is a boss. She's a friend. She's a mentor. She's, everything wrapped up in one wonderful teeny tiny package. But this is Melissa Rocky, and we are just so grateful to call her friend.
Oh,
hi, Melissa.
Sisters! All right, we're back. Oh, we're back.
What an introduction.
Yes, we work together, and we we help our clients, we spread the message, and it's like you said, PJ. I mean, we help them remember who they are, and that's what I love to do. Through the work that we do and helping people through divorce, but they're coming, they're going through a transformation, and they're sort of starting to wake up and crawl out of this place of unhappiness, and they're starting to do the work that you mentioned, and we call it work, but really, oh my God, it's so fun. It's so fun, when you realize that it feels good. I mean, why do I want people to be happy? Because it feels so freaking good. It feels great. And
happiness makes company, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so feelings are the key. Like we keep each other accountable for our feelings because our feelings are our barometer. And I like to remember that, and I like to share that with people, that you can use your feelings as your barometer to to lift you up and to basically make the shift. Make the choice to make the shift to a better feeling thought and a better feeling life.
Yeah, that shift is important, and the thing about shifts is they can happen like in little shifts or big shifts, and a lot of times we're looking for that big shift that changes our life, but it's more about the little shifts that kind of add up to the big changes that we experience. It's like, I know that my big change in life happened a minute at a time, because I would stop for a minute each hour and just tune back into myself, look at where I was with the emotional barometer you're talking about. It's super important. I would just stop every hour for a minute and take that temperature. The emotional temperature is like, am I stressed out, or how am I feeling, and why? How did I get there? What can I do to reset that barometer for the next hour to make it be what I want it to be? So sorry, my computer is overheating and says it's going to shut down. So
oh no!
A wonderful roommate just brought out a little glass coaster to set my computer on, so that hopefully that won't happen. So if that does happen, just be forewarned, right? Okay. Well, so Melissa, thank you so much for those thoughts. Thank you so much for all the wonderful energy that you're bringing to this meeting and to the world. You guys have something really exciting coming up, don't you? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
We do. Oh.
Okay, you are invited too, Terry.
We are going on a happiness adventure. We're going to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, and that is at the end of April. We are going to have, PJ is going to be one of our guest speakers, presenters.
Woo! Yes, I can't wait. This is going to be amazing.
We are so excited. It's going to be really, really great.
Yeah. We're going to have out in the nature with the ocean, the sun, the palm trees. We're going on a catamaran ride for the day out in the crystal clear blue. Oh, it's just incredible.
And it's going to be a conference where we raise our vibration so that we feel what it feels like to be really on fire, on fire inside ourselves and who we really are, and living in this, like you said, PJ, we sort of get accustomed to sort of living in negativity, or, sometimes even just boredom or even pain, emotional, physical pain. And so we want to really get rid of that, And what better place to do it is to raise our vibration. And we're going to have events, fun events, talks, participation. Not really, I don't want to use the word workshop, but a play shop in this beautiful place.
Nice.
Right? Play shop of Punta Cana.
Yeah.
And it's really like no ordinary vacation. People go home and they, sometimes vacations, are stressful. This vacation, no stress. The absolute opposite of stress. It's going to be invigorating and inspiring. So when you go home, it'll be easy to maintain that level of high vibration and use the tools that, that we are going to share.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of really great speakers that are going to talk, and it's easy to be happy when you're on vacation. It's like, oh yay, how can anyone not be happy? But we're going to.
Why do you think that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, why do you think that is? I agree. I think when people get out to vacation, they feel happier. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because they return to a little bit. Well, I think they return to themselves. They let go. They become kids again. They play. They giggle. They let themselves be stress-free, and things don't seem to bother them. Although, actually, I've worked in the industry, and sometimes tourists can be, stressed out about not getting their cocktail when they need it. But I'm just saying, I think that they play, and when you play and you have fun, and you return to your true self, which is a kid. When you're happy and you're carefree and how could you not be happy on a swing? And
I don't know.
It's a hammock, so it makes it happy. Right. And I love the thing that we're going to do is we have a really dynamic person, Maria, who's going to come. She is a expert on sound and voice. So we're going to do some really awesome things on the beach where we're going to reconnect with nature and how to find our authentic voice in more ways than one, with nature and the sounds. And so we're going to learn how to take that home and use that anytime we need to de-stress, like you said, every hour, to regroup and learn how to bring Punta Cana back to wherever, Chicago or wherever we live in our high stress jobs or wherever we are, where we won't lose it, that we'll be on that Punta Cana vacation.
Keep it in our back pocket
all the time. And so we have a couple other speakers, and of course, Melissa and I will be speaking, and Terry will keep the flow good. And of course, you're going to be speaking, so it's going to be really fun, and the energy will be really high. But I think what everybody's going to come home and take away with is that they can carry Punta Cana, like Terry said, in their back pocket and be good. So that's what it's all about. So we hope everybody that's listening will join in and sign up and come with us.
So you still have openings. How do people find more information and sign up to come with us? Because I think we should get as many people going as possible. It's going to be amazing, life-changing.
It is amazing. happinesscoalition.com is our website. They can go to that. We also have a Facebook page, the Happiness Coalition, and the information is on there as well, with the contact information for the travel agent.
Great. I've also added a page on BeHappyNowClub.com, and what it's going to do is give the information that's on your site and then point people back to your site so that they can sign up.
Oh, great.
Oh, great. That'd be great.
I hope you don't mind. I did it just.
No, it's
I was like, we need to get people doing this because it is going to be amazing. You know, you get out into that tropical. For me, palm trees always speaks just healthy and happy and good energy. The sun, the beaches. I don't know. It's good energy to me.
The sound.
And, yeah, absolutely. I told you that I've been listening to ocean sounds in order to like fall asleep or to meditate and just relax a little bit because the ocean is so healing. I think for me it's very healing.
it is.
What's so funny?
We'll have a lot of laughing too, I'm sure.
Good. And
You know,
that's the other thing is going to be the great connections that we're going to make there is like the great people who will be there, both the speakers and the attendees.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but I don't want people to take the conference and think, oh, this is going to be instructional. We're sitting in a room, day in, day out, and no time for fun. The entire time it's going to be fun. It's more of a smaller scale, intimate gathering kind of thing rather than a conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be much more intimate in the fact that we will have long-lasting relationships, friendships after we leave. We'll have a really great connection, and this is going to be so much fun. I mean, I'm all about the fun, so I can't stop talking about the fun that we're going to have.
So the shift, like you were talking about shifts, it's going to be one of those big shift kind of things. Because I totally understand, like those people who go on vacation, they bring home with them. They like bring all their emotional luggage with them. It's like, why would you do that? You're in a new place. You're doing new things. This is the time to get back to yourself. Like this whole time you've been unhappy. You've been not yourself. So now it's time to get back to doing what you should be doing, which is whoever you are being that, right? So it's going to be an amazing adventure for everyone. So I want to welcome everyone to join us on the retreat. Go to happinesscoalition.com, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And get the full details. Sign up. Please join us. It's going to be amazing. So that's that. And so yeah, I'm really excited to go participate. Now, I want to share with everybody who is watching. The thing about this today is it's National I Want You to Be Happy Day, right? So I wanted to do some things to maybe make you happy, which I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to give away some books, both print and ebooks. And I'm going to give away a free coaching session, 45-minute coaching, happiness coaching, and just all in an effort to help you be happier. So the way for you to enter is to share your favorite quotes with us. Happiness quotes, peace, kindness, compassion. It could be anything that helps you feel a little happier or more peaceful. So you can share those over to the right if you log into Blab Chat, or if you are watching on the website, you can actually just go to the Say Hi tab and send me a message with your favorite quotes, and that'll enter you for to win something free. So chime in whenever you want or whenever you can. And I thought that the four of us in the meantime could share our favorite quotes and talk about why we love them so much. I'm going to share one of my favorites. It's by Mae West. And she said, you've probably heard this before, but she said, you only live once. But if you do it right, once is enough.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a good one.
I love that one.
Yep.
I love that one.
I can hear her.
What's
I
that?
can hear, yeah, use her voice, like do her voice.
Yeah.
Come
I've
on,
never actually watched her. I think it's before my time, not to
I think so
age
too.
it.
I know because I really couldn't hear her say I couldn't either. I couldn't possibly understand.
But I am slacking on my classics, is what that means. I need to catch up on that. Catch up on my classics.
She has like only live once.
Oh, come on, Rob. Come on, Rob. Put your shoulder in
Hey,
there.
big point. Only live once. Once is enough.
Wasn't she kind of a rabble rouser, a little bit of a rebel back in her day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was a little,
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't want to say what she really was. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
But if you
right.
really do it right, once is enough.
Once is enough.
That's right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people live their lives with one foot in the grave and always looking at for when's their end going to come. And it's like, no. You have this moment right now. You don't have the past. You don't have the future. Those are illusions. You've got this moment right now. So live it as big as you can. Live as large as you can. Don't let those things that we normally let hold us back. Stop doing that. Figure out what you're supposed to be here doing and do that. And if you don't know what it is that you're supposed to be here doing, then your purpose is to be figuring out what it is you're supposed to be doing. And, it's okay to search in life. It's okay to look and to journey. That's what life is all about. But, live this life. Don't have your eye, looking towards death. Don't have a foot in the grave. Don't be living the life you think you're supposed to be living because other people told you so. Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
I like yes. I like when you just say yes. It's like live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
You want to dance? Yes. Do you want to go ski? Yes. Just do it. I don't ski,
Yeah.
but I'll go.
Well, that's a good point because a lot of people are just waiting for permission. I do happiness coaching, and a lot of people are just waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to do what they want to do. So, right now, the four of us, we're giving you permission to do that. Whatever it is you feel like you should be doing, you have permission right now. Go do that. It's never too late. You're never too old. You're never too past any kind of timeline. Go do it. Actually, I wasn't planning on sharing this, but my whole life dream was to
Who are you looking for, PJ?
Someone there.
Awesome.
Okay, this is totally not going to be what you thought it was, but my life dream was to be a world famous organist. And the first 25 years of my life, I studied music and keyboard, and I went to college and studied pipe organ because I love to teach, I love to perform, I love to write music. Okay, well, the life tragedy of my life was that I loved playing so much that I would practice, up to 16, 17, 18 hours in a day. And
No way.
So you did what you loved. Wow.
I did until it made it so I couldn't play anymore. We didn't really know about repetitive motion. So my job was data entry. So I was doing this all day, every single day until my muscles stopped working basically. And I couldn't do what I loved anymore. And that was the big tragedy of my life was that I lost my passion. And I went through a few difficult years trying to think what the hell am I supposed to do now? And it's been interesting because my life has gone in directions that I never ever would have imagined, and it's led me here, which I never would have imagined that I would be writing a book about happiness or so focused on happiness or talking about happiness. And the thing is that I still make time to play. I can play for, maybe 20 or 30 minutes at a time to practice, but that's my love, is to play. So I usually have a keyboard wherever I'm living so that I can sit down at the keyboard and do what I'm passionate about. And, whether I'm playing for myself or for my dog, it doesn't matter. I'm doing what I love, and that makes me supremely happy. And, so a lot of times we have a picture of how life is supposed to go and how things should turn out. When they don't, that steals our happiness. We let it steal our happiness. It's like, you know what? You only have this life. Why would you let things steal your happiness? Don't do that. Don't let things steal your happiness. Find another way to do what you love. Just do what you love one way or another. So I'm getting off my soapbox.
That brings it to my quote, actually.
Your turn.
Quotes. Okay, I'm going to put it up. I want to see if anybody
Is it back? It's back.
Oh, it's backward. It's backward. So you have to be just.
No, it's not for us.
Look
It's
at
not
you.
for us. You could put it back up.
Put it up and see if you can read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What if we just acted like everything was easy? That's an interesting. Tell us about that. What does that mean?
Yeah, because stealing happiness really kind of sucks, right? So we don't want anything to steal our happiness. And a lot we go through life sometimes with drudgery or oh, always focusing on, or even if it's just a little bit focusing on what is hard, or what do we have to do? What do we have to do, right? We have to do this, we have to do that. I can't, even if it's little things, like I never find a parking spot, like, just thinking like that. I never find a parking spot. Well, guess what? Yeah, you're never going to find a parking spot, right? Because you didn't act like everything was easy. And when you act like everything was easy, you have a higher vibration and you let go. Why do you think that Frozen song was so, such a big globdon for the adults? Because it feels good to let it go. It feels good just to let go and, align with the ease of life. I love the ease of life. I'm all about the ease of life. Yeah. And right.
So here's the way I've always put it myself was that life may not always be easy, but it's really simple.
Yeah.
Or life is simple, if not always easy. And it's like, I think that kind of goes along with what you're saying.
Well, it's perspective.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
We make it. We make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the ones who make life hard.
Yeah.
Right. It will be hard if you think it's hard.
Mm-hmm. It's perspective.
Sometimes it feels so. How do you make life easy? Do you have any tools or tips or tricks for how you do that?
How do I make life easy? No, we laugh.
I'm easy.
Yeah, we just laugh. Don't take life too seriously. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So I'm one of those people who kind of gets riled up by stuff. I get kind of stressed out when I feel like there's a lot of burdens on me. And so how would I maybe put down my burdens using that philosophy of making life easy? Just sorry to put you on the spot. I'm wondering,
no,
what are your thoughts on that?
Because a lot of people are in that same position and they don't know, like they're just overwhelmed because there's just so much. But for me, I make lists, and I know that's like your to-do list, but that truly helps to prioritize and say, these are the things that absolutely need done like now. These things, maybe can wait a few days, and these things, hey, next week or the week after. And I tackle what absolutely needs to be done first. And but I keep that list. And as I cross it off the list, it makes me feel like I've accomplished something. If you just kind of do it and don't think about it, you just kind of, I don't know. I like seeing an affirmation that I did that. And hey, look, I've already got half the list done. So for me, that's what I do.
Awesome. So it's kind of like do your best and then let go of the rest.
Right. Yep.
So, life being easy.
Oh, when I'm overwhelmed and feeling like you can't breathe or whatever, that, like you said, you were overwhelmed and how do you do it? I just really like to turn my music on really loud and sing really loud. Like, I'm Lady Gaga. No, maybe Ethel Merman, whoever that lady was. Really loud. What was her name? Ethel Merman. Mermaid? I don't know. But anyway, when you sing at the top of your lungs when you're in the car all by yourself or something, all of a sudden, whatever was really bugging me and making me feel really laid down for that instant, I feel lighter and happier. And I'm like, nah, it's not as heavy as it was, even 3 minutes ago before the song. So that's where I go right away to get that instant lift. It's going to be okay. I can do this.
So, okay, that makes me think of what you focus on expands. Like our problems might be this big, and we're going to do another happy hour just on perspective, by the way. But it's like that one? we often make mountains out of molehills. Like molehills are this big, but if we zoom up on them, they're these huge things that we just have to conquer. It's like you could step on it with just 1 foot. Now, and Melissa, that's I think what you're saying with your quote is that you don't make mountains out of molehills. Like, don't let them become problems in the first place because you can stomp on that thing. It's that small. And don't let it become this mountain that's going to take you the rest of your life to conquer. Step back and to get some perspective on it.
Don't get stuck in your story. No.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Don't get stuck in your story, or write a new story. Spin your story. That's what I'm working on for my next book, is like how to spin your story. And I have I'm not going to do a spoiler alert, but there's 3 really simple steps that you can go 1, 2, 3 to take your story of where you are right now and get you focused on like where you want to go. And like, here we go. So
I can't wait for that.
I am going to be sharing this during the at the retreat at Punta Cana. So anybody who wants to hear that, like little sneak peeks of the book that I'm working on now, please be at the retreat.
I want to hear PJ's 3 things.
I'll share with you on the side.
It's all right.
After. Oh gosh, now there's all this pressure to perform. Well, thank you so much for sharing that quote. Who wants to share next?
Tara?
Oh my gosh, there's so many great ones. But one this is by Oscar Wilde, and he says, "Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go." And that for me is a reminder that I want to be the first and not the latter. Like I want to be a positive person. I want people to be around me, to want me to be around them. And if I'm down, Debbie Downer, or,
Poor Debbie.
people aren't, poor Debbie, she just gets the rap. But people aren't going to want to be around me. And I am a social person. I love interaction. I love my job. I love helping people. But if I'm just full of negativity, people are going to oust me from their life. Like you said, you get rid of some of those relationships that, pull you down. So that is a really good reminder for me.
Who are you
I like
beating?
this quote. This one too.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that one.
Well, I like that one too.
Well, you have to share it now.
Okay.
Yep.
This one's by Bernard Meltzer. And he says, "Happiness is like a kiss. You must share it to enjoy it."
Aw. That's
really,
cute.
like, a kiss is really you not enjoying it unless you're sharing it with someone. So
I am.
I told you she was fun.
That's great.
yeah, share your happiness because you mentioned earlier that it was for selfish reasons, partly because you want to make the world a better place. You don't want to be around unhappy people. So I feel the same way. It is really partially a selfish reason because you want to have that energy around you. And the more people we can affect, the better our quality of life is going to be, in our own communities. So.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of making sure you surround yourself with the right people, because there are definitely people out there who make you feel good about yourself, and there's people who make you feel bad about yourself. And my friends, I have a small group of core friends that I know they will always make me feel good about myself because they love me just how I am. I don't have to pretend I'm not happy, but what happens when I put myself in their space is that they don't judge me and say, "Oh, that's your problem," or nicker behind my back. It's like they bring me in and say, "Oh, hey, let's get this turned around for you." And we can be those kind of people for others, and I think we should surround ourselves with those kinds of people too. And so that they remind us that we are that happy person. We might be having a bad day or having tough emotions, but we are that happy person. And it's important to put yourself in that space where you can get things back to how they should be.
Right. And it's okay for people to have those emotions. I mean, we're human. We all are going to have the times when we are feeling down or, sad about something, but those moments are less than they ever used to be because of the people that we surround ourselves with, our friends that we're with on a daily basis, or someone that you're going to meet for coffee after work, or you just know that those people are your people that you can go to that are going to help you through those times.
Yeah. So yeah, it's important to be that person and to surround yourself with those kind of people. Awesome. I love that quote.
I like
Yeah.
the quote, just a bad day doesn't mean a happy. Wait, I forgot it.
You'll get it. Come on. You'll get it. You're almost there.
So it was like a bad day doesn't mean a bad life, or unhappy day doesn't mean an unhappy life. You know which one it is, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't. I haven't heard that one.
Oh,
But
man. I'm sorry. I'll have to type it to you. Like an unhappy day doesn't make an unhappy life mean, which is the same thing as don't make a mountain out of a molehill, or don't your time. Just because you're having a bad moment doesn't mean your whole life is just misery. Like, oh, I'm not happy. That means I'm not happy. Yes, you're happy. You're just not happy at this very moment.
It's not a happy circumstance.
Yeah, like get over it. I mean, you know.
yeah. I really like that all of you have shared that happiness doesn't mean being happy with a happy emotion all the time. Happiness, having a happy, good life, does include some bad days. It does include some bad events, some bad difficult emotions. I don't really believe in bad emotions. They're tough. Sometimes they hurt, and that's okay. That is just what life is about, is to experience life to the fullest, which means having some bad days. And the important part is just to know what to do with it. What do you do with a bad day? It's, go put yourself with some good people, journal about it, or, talk to someone who will listen. And so you can get it off your chest. We talked about that last week, and we're going to talk about that again.
Yay.
PJ.
Hello?
PJ's gone.
Oh, no, he's gone. What does that
His
mean?
computer got maybe shut down.
His computer got
Stand
taken
by, guests, because PJ will be back shortly after he's
done scratching his head.
Oh, no.
Well, does that mean
PJ, come back.
Are we still
Oh,
on?
he's
Hey,
gone.
we're
Okay,
let's
really
go
good.
on.
All right.
And-
Hi, everyone. So,
Are we still recording?
I don't know.
Oh, we
We are. Okay.
We are.
So
We're
there's
recording.
a whole bunch of tools. Don't you guys want to share tools?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Wait, can
Pull
I
out
share
your
my
tool
one
chest.
thing? Like that, my one quote that I do know is that laughter is the best medicine.
Oh.
Yeah,
And nature is a good medicine too.
right.
Yes, like when you need to go outside, and I know that was so bizarre, like to hug a tree, but it's true. If you take a walk outside when you don't feel good or you're having a bad moment, it just shifts everything for you. You can move into like, it's going to be okay. I can do this, or okay, I'm happy. I saw a tree or a bird or a squirrel or a flower or something pretty. Always makes you
Right.
feel better. But when you're laughing, like when we're laughing together at ourselves, at the ridiculousness of not feeling good, it feels really good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make it so bad.
Yeah. And like PJ said, when you have those people that laugh with you, like when you're not feeling good, like you guys, with like complete and utter non-judgment and love.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing like that feeling.
Right.
And I'm so grateful for you.
Aw.
Wait, don't cut out Rob.
Oh,
I'm so grateful for you.
Hey, I have to say something. When Robin talked about hugging a tree and it making you happy, I can remember a couple years ago, her and I were at Lake Chautauqua up in New York, and we were at like the Institute for Lake Chautauqua. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but she made me hug a tree. And it does make me happy because every time I think about it, I just think about the silliness of it. And it's like, you know what, it's true. I mean, sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. Like I was thinking, like, who is around here going to watch me hug this tree? And Robin was watching me.
Aw.
But it was
Like step out of your comfort zone. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like I had my birthday, and you guys came to my birthday party, my family party, and I wanted to. When I thought about having my birthday, I thought, sometimes parties are like rigmarole, but I want to like step out of my comfort zone, and I want to like dance. I want to put on my favorite music, and I want to dance. And like my dad might be in his wheelchair, so he can't really dance, and but the little kids would be totally into it.
Yeah.
And I forgot to do that, you guys. We forgot to dance at my party.
well because we were having so much fun.
Oh,
otherwise.
we were.
I
Yeah.
mean, we didn't need to pull out the
The
tricks.
car. Oh, right.
Yeah,
the
bag of
tools,
tricks.
The bag
yeah.
of tools. The bag
Yeah.
of tools. Yeah.
Yeah, but and a lot of times we'll feel like, well, what are people going to think if I do this, or what are people going to think if I act this way? Who cares? Who cares what people think? I mean, if you truly have something in your heart that you want to go for, do it. Don't let one person stop you from doing that. And there's PJ.
Hi, PJ. We're still on.
Hello. Hey, PJ. We're still recording without you.
Hey, did you get that itch?
Please carry on. It looks like my internet went down.
Oh no.
So I'm going to try and connect by my phone, but please, if you don't mind, if you could keep on talking, or
Oh, we've been.
I don't think you could shut us up, PJ.
We've carried on without you.
Carry on, PJ.
I'm going to try and connect again. But, I think that you should just feel out the meeting and do what you would like to do. If you feel like it's gone to a place where it's a good closing or something, then feel free.
Okay.
If I can't get on, then yeah.
Look, it's PJ. He's here, you guys, in spirit.
His internet went down, so he can't join us. So we're going to still continue it on. So
He's going to try to rejoin us and see, what happened.
But this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun.
I know, it's been a blast.
It's been so fun.
I hope you ask us back.
Every time I do that. So
Yes.
I'm glad we have to do it again. So I'm going to hang up and see if I can
Okay.
connect on my phone, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye,
PJ.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
bye. And I see Milan joined us. So Milan, I actually don't know how long you were on, but I just looked down now and I see that you've joined. So welcome. And
We're not PJ, by the
yeah,
way.
I'm Terry.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Melissa.
We're the Happiness Coalition.
We're the Happiness
Yes.
Coalition, and we are PJ's special guests. And
we think we're special.
we are going on the Happiness Coalition Punta Cana adventure, putting it on actually, and PJ is our guest speaker, sharing tools. So Milan, sharing tools to be happy. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat bar.
Or we want you to share your quote about being happy. You know,
Yes.
what's your favorite happy quote? And then PJ will be auctioning off or pulling like a book or a free coaching session. So
He's giving out prizes.
yeah, just
Yes.
type in your favorite happiness quote, what it's like to be happy. So today we're just talking about what it means to be happy, or even in the darker times, like how you get out of the funk to move into a happier space. So
And-
that's what we're
yeah.
talking about.
And why it's important to be happy.
Right.
That may seem like an obvious question, but why is it important to be happy? Because it feels good.
I want to be unhappy.
It's like a scratch for an itch. It just feels so good. It's like, I don't know.
Well, for me, and it's also like, when we're in the dark and we pull ourselves out of the dark with the help of our sisters and our friends and our like-minded people that we can, do that with. But then when we pull out of the dark, it's the choice to do it. I love being able to use that choice, the choice to either stay into, complaining mode or poor me mode, or the choice to rise above that and embrace my light and embrace, who I really am. Love and light, and mostly love, because this screen seems a little dark.
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't want to be the victim. You want to be the victor. So
Ooh, Terry! Is that a quote by Terry F. Krogan?
maybe, I don't know, but
Wait, say it again.
you don't want to be the victim. You want to be the victor.
Mm.
So you have to get out of that mindset that, oh, why me? Why me? Only you can change your thoughts. There's not anyone in this world that can change your thoughts. You have to do it yourself. You have to go for it. And Benjamin Franklin is one of our founding fathers of this country. He died in 1709. He was born in the early 1700s. He died at the age of 88. But he said that the Constitution gives Americans the right to the pursuit of happiness, but it's up to us to go out and grab it. And so that just says, like, that many years ago, they had it. They knew back then what the answer was. Like, it was there, you know, and it's just that a lot of people just don't know how to find it. So that's what we do at the Happiness Coalition. We really want to help you to just amp up your happiness or find your happiness, help you use the tools.
And live awesome lives.
Right.
Yeah, I love the word live on purpose, because we talked earlier in the, you know, in our chat that we were deliberate. You know, you have a choice in the morning to wake up and be like, how does your day go? And then throughout the day, you can always readjust. So every single day is a new day to live on purpose. On purpose. I love it. It's really perfect.
And if you don't get it right today, tomorrow morning will be there, and you just start all over and focus on
What you want.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's a good place to stop.
Yeah. What do you think?
Reset tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So with that, I think
We want to thank everyone for joining us on this chat about the pursuit of happiness and why it's important. We're all in this together. We really are.
Right.
And we love you all. And
we thank you, PJ, for having us, inviting us, and we really enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun. So we hope to join you again in the future, in Punta Cana for sure, but on this great idea that you had. And thank you for making the world a better place.
Thanks, PJ.
Thanks, PJ.
Bye.
Bye.